So here we are at Pune's NCL, that is National Chemical Laboratory of CSIR, and what you can see are visuals of exhibition breakthrough technology that has been invented by young scientists at NCL Pune. What is the aim of this? What is the objective? Who is helping? Who is funding? Let's talk to the director of NCL Pune, Dr. Ashish Lele. Yes, sir. Please throw some light.
CSIR has launched this campaign of 1 week, 1 lab, where we are expected to showcase our technologies, our breakthrough technologies, to all the stakeholders who are involved and who benefit from these technology developments. So here at CSIR-NCL, we have students, we have invited young researchers from other academics, we have invited industry, we have invited startups, we have invited think tanks, we have invited policymakers and local administrators. So a large number of our different stakeholders are invited to see what we are developing, why we are developing it, and how it is going to benefit the society at large.
Breakthroughs that have happened and that is being used by the industry.
So I'll talk about 3 technologies very quickly. One is about fuel cell technology. This is in the area of green hydrogen. As you know, in India, we are promoting green hydrogen at a very, very large scale. We have the ambitions of becoming one of the largest producers of green hydrogen and also the plants that develop green hydrogen. We at NCL have been developing fuel cell technology for the last 15 years. We have now, the technology has been developed to a point where it has been implemented at scale into a hydrogen fuel cell bus and a hydrogen fuel cell car in association with our industry. Why this is important and what is the benefit to people at large? Pollution on the roads is heavily caused by large vehicles, trucks, buses and so on. And the amount of that pollution is very significant. In fact, 11 to 13% of the greenhouse gas emissions comes from heavy transportation vehicles such as buses and trucks. Instead of diesel, if it is substituted with hydrogen and a green hydrogen, it will completely eradicate the pollution caused by these heavy transport vehicles. And that is exactly the benefits that our technology will cause when it is deployed at scale on the Indian roads.
When will it reach the end user?
We are hoping that in the next 10 years, till about 2030-35, we will set up, India as a country will set up the infrastructure required to transport hydrogen from the place it is produced to the refueling stations on the roads. Once that infrastructure is available, refueling becomes easier, and therefore you can take your bus or car or vehicle, any other vehicle, onto the refueling station and get it filled with green hydrogen.
It will take almost 10 years.
It will take about 8 to 10 years. 8 to 10 years is what our thinking is. It's not just in India, everywhere in the world. See, energy transitions take time. It is not going to happen tomorrow because we are talking of very, very, very large industries. So it takes some time. Just to give you a perspective, it has taken 150 years for IC engines, which we all use today, to get stabilized. And we all use them naturally, but it has taken that longer period of time. So substituting that with cleaner fuels like green hydrogen, 10 years is a good enough time to do that.
Will it be a substitute for petrol, diesel, or the battery operated electric cars?
So battery operated vehicles are also green if the electricity is produced green, and those are well suited for smaller vehicles, 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, larger cars, maybe even tempos. When you come to large vehicles which go long distances and have to carry very large amount of weight, hydrogen fuel cell is a little better than electric vehicles. Okay, the market will ultimately decide which one will come at scale, but everywhere in the world and also in India, we believe that green hydrogen run buses and trucks, large ones which operate long distances, that is a better alternative.
Anything about DME fuel that is also in pipeline? Will it also take 8 to 10 years for the end user to use it?
DME I think might come earlier. DME is dimethyl ether, and it's a direct substituent for LPG and also diesel. DME can be made from methanol by a simple process. We have an excellent world-class technology for making dimethyl ether from methanol. In India, we believe that methanol will come from a route called gasification. You can gasify Indian coal, you can gasify Indian biomass, both of which are available in very large quantities. Once you get methanol from these gasification routes, NCL technology can be used directly to convert methanol into dimethyl ether. Dimethyl ether up to about 20% can be substituted for LPG, and the benefit of that is, first of all, we can reduce the imports of LPG, and that's a very significant imports that we do today. Much of it can be reduced. Second, we are pushing clean fuels like LPG into rural households to replace the highly polluting wood that women in kitchens use in rural India. It's a highly polluting fuel. Instead of that, through the PM Ujjwala Yojana, we are pushing as a country LPG into rural households. That LPG is imported. If some of that is substituted by DME, which is produced in India, you can imagine the benefits. First, it will reduce imports. Second, it will benefit rural households by reducing their pollution that is caused by burning wood fuel.
You have heard important breakthroughs happening at Pune's NCL laboratory. There are around 38 such laboratories under CSIR, and from September last year such kind of exhibitions have been organized throughout the country. This is the 8th exhibition. Important breakthroughs about green energy which protects our environment. With cameraman Gopal Harne, this is Pankaj Khelkar in Pune for India Today.